Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A dance company visit Uvalde on the 4-month anniversary of the Robb Elementary shooting, what they did to spread love and healing for Uvalde CISD students. And today is Ciclovía. I know our Camelia Wadashi is going to be out there. They have some new changes, and where they're actually holding the event, we'll tell you about that in just a bit as well.
You can play in the street without having to worry about cars. Good morning. It is 8 o'clock on Sunday, September 25th.
Good morning.
New voice, new face.
I know we have the
different voice, different face.
I know he's very new to our viewers. Well, David Sears is in for Max Massey, and another very new, fresh face, Mike Osterhage, also in for Sarah Spivey. So we're gonna have a fun show today.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
So hang on to your hat. Here we go.
Here we go, Mike.
Send your blessings to Acosta for the next hours. And if you're down at Ciclovía and you see a young dark-haired lady doing lots of tricks on roller skates, because Camelia told me that she can do jumps and backwards and stuff like that.
I'm a little nervous about that, I'm not gonna lie. We'll see.
Why?
Anyone on roller skates makes me nervous.
Well, okay, but anyway, hey, we've got a couple of, just one or two clouds hanging out there right now, but lots of sunshine, and it's going to be a beautiful day today. It is on the warm side, though, and it's going to stay on the warm side. We've got a couple of showers down here along the coast, and I only show those because, well, they're not doing much of anything, but we'll still have enough of kind of a weakness in the atmosphere, enough of a little glitch around, if you want to call it that, that may touch off one or two showers in the vicinity later on this afternoon, kind of like what we had yesterday. There were just one or two of them out there. 76 here in town, 73 Port SA, and some 60s in the hill country. And think back to even just a couple of days ago when these numbers were down here in town. It was in the upper 60s and even low 60s and upper 50s in parts of the hill country. So it is warmer. It is slightly more humid. These numbers, dew points are up. You like to see them at 60 or below. And that was the case a couple of days ago. But just wait, because by this time tomorrow, we'll start to see drier air move in here and those dew point temperatures dropping down and the humidity dropping down. Mold, ragweed, pigweed are all on the low side. And throughout the day, 94 for high temperature. There's that 20% chance for a stray shower or two. Most of us aren't going to be seeing anything, but we are counting down. Now it's about less than 24 hours until that front starts to work its way through the area. Like I said, drier air moves in throughout the day, and then low temperatures. Going to be really nice. Talk about that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Sarah, David.
Thank you, Mike. This morning, a man is behind bars after police say he assaulted an Ulta Beauty employee after attempting to rob the store on the far north side of town. So according to an arrest affidavit, 20-year-old David Zamora went inside the store with a group of suspects wearing face masks and began grabbing items. The victim told police she confronted the suspects as they were leaving, and that's when Zamora hit her, allegedly pushing her into a display case. He's facing a robbery charge.
And right now, San Antonio police are searching for the suspect in an overnight shooting on the west side of town. Investigators tell us the victim showed up at his girlfriend's house around midnight after being shot 3 times. Officers searched for a crime scene but couldn't find one. The victim was taken to the hospital, expected to be okay. So far, no arrests have been made.
Several people were hurt after an overnight crash involving multiple vehicles. It happened around 2 in the morning at Loop 410 and Jackson Keller. So right now it's unclear what caused this crash, but we do know one of the drivers rolled their vehicle on the highway. 3 people were rushed to the hospital, one of them in critical condition. Officers closed down Loop 410 while the scene was being investigated, but the highway has now opened up.
Yesterday marked the 4-month period since the Robb Elementary School shooting in Uvalde. The Joffrey School of Ballet went to Uvalde on the 4-month anniversary to teach dance to students in Uvalde, but more importantly, to promote love and healing. The El Progreso Library transformed into a ballet studio so the students from the ballet could help teach the children of Uvalde. The dancers came from 3 states. On Friday, they went to several Uvalde CISD schools to teach those dance classes. Jo Motos is an artistic director with the Joffrey School, and she's seen how movement can heal a community grappling with grief.
10 years ago, I brought this book to Sandy Hook. And I did this program with Sandy Hook. So when this atrocity happened here, it just seemed like the logical thing.
Between the three schools yesterday or Friday, it appears that about 600 students were able to dance. She hopes the joy and support they brought can help the kids get through some of the hard times ahead.
Well, Tropical Storm Ian, just hours away from growing to a hurricane strength in the state of Florida, is in a state of emergency.
Many in Florida are already getting set for the worst. Rob Marciano has more from Tampa.
This morning, Tropical Storm Ian gaining strength in the Caribbean, forecast to become a major hurricane heading toward the Gulf of Mexico and targeting the U.S.
Unfortunately, we expect conditions to become a lot more favorable for the storm to intensify.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declaring a state of emergency, leaving residents scrambling for supplies.
There is no time like now to prepare. Get your supplies early. You're going to see a lot of things empty out of the grocery stores fast.
I know that they're limiting water. We thankfully got there at 7 a.m. when they opened, so there was still, some supply.
Emergency management officials working round the clock to stay one step ahead of the storm.
Because of all the rain, making sure the culverts are clear, making sure that there's good drainage locations.
As Floridians prepare for Ian, Canadians are reeling from Fiona. Torrential rain and near 100-mile-per-hour winds ripping off roofs, washing away homes, and knocking out power to hundreds of thousands. The Canadian Hurricane Center called Fiona a historic storm for eastern Canada, reaching a record low pressure at landfall in Nova Scotia.
Our thoughts go out to our friends in Atlantic Canada and Puerto Rico. Still a very tough road ahead after Fiona came through there. All right, very anxious times here in Tampa. This is a major U.S. city that is very vulnerable to hurricanes. You see all the water here, very vulnerable to storm surge, which means that even if Ian passes to the west, this city will flood or worse. Rob Marciano, ABC News, Tampa.
Well, today is the last day to attend the Comal County Fair and Rodeo. It's described as the largest county fair in Central Texas. It's located at 701 East Common Street, New Braunfels. Grounds will be open until 10 tonight, and they are open right now. Today, those attending are encouraged to bring a non-perishable food donation for the food bank. Ages 6 and under can get in free, and tickets for ages 12 and up are $10.
It is now 8:07 and 74 degrees.
All right, good news. If you want to catch a cheap movie this week still to come, where you can see one for just $1.
Ciclovía has taken over the streets of downtown, and coming up on GMSA, organizers are going to tell us what's new and what to know before you go.
And if you're headed downtown, you might want to check our website. Make sure you know where you can get to and where you can't get to. And Ciclovía starts here in a little bit. Camelia will have more on that as we take a look at live cam. Ooh, well, changes are on the way. Cold front, as they say, but it's not going to be really cold. However, the air will feel different.
The Guayabera is a popular shirt worn by men all throughout the warm climates of Latin America. Its origins, well, they're the subject of a debate, from having evolved from the uniforms of Spanish and Cuban soldiers to a man asking his wife to sew 4 pockets to the front of his shirt to hold his cigars and other belongings. Several countries also lay claim to the Guayabera, from Cuba to the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, even as far away as the Philippines. The distinctive look of the shirt has basically remained the same: 4 front pockets and pleats, also referred to as alforces. Running down the front and the back of the shirt, the Mexican Guayaberas add beautiful embroidery to highlight those pleats. Production of the Guayabera dwindled in Cuba after the revolution, and manufacturing moved to Merida, Mexico, with its heyday occurring in the 1970s. Today, Guayaberas are enjoying a renaissance, with shirts being made of different styles of fabrics and creations. They're also even being made for women. The Guayabera remains an icon of Hispanic culture and style, and is worn by people of all backgrounds.
Welcome back. It is 8:12. It is that time of year again. Time to tie up shoelaces, dust off your bike, go downtown and play in the street. And you don't have to worry about getting hit by a car, because the streets are closed just for you. It is the 20th Ciclovía. The free event includes local vendors and an opportunity to meet other people who love to be outside.
One of my favorite events. Our Camelia Juarez is on the route with more. Camelia, have people started to set up?
Well, right now we're just starting to see a couple water stations set up, and the streets are expected to be closed starting at 9 o'clock this morning. But if you're on your bike, there's already plenty of room to roam around. Now, here with me to talk more about what we should know before we go is YMCA of Greater San Antonio organizer Veronica Wong Rizzo. So first, can you tell us what's going to be new this year?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the route is brand new, 20th event downtown. We're activating 3 different areas, Crockett Park, Madison, and Maverick. But COVID vaccines, flu vaccines, back-to-school vaccines are really a hit. 3-day guest passes, photo op opportunities. And Lipton will be out here giving away a beach cruiser. So feel free to come on out and activate with all our vendors.
That is a lot of new stuff happening this year. So tell us what people should know before they go.
Yeah, so you definitely want to plan ahead. You want to make sure that you pack a water bottle. We'll have plenty of water stations along the route. Sunglasses, hat, sunscreen, and make sure your little ones all have a helmet so that you're practicing good safety.
No, we love good safety. And another thing is this year the theme is mental health for mind, spirit, and body. So tell me, why is coming out here good for your mental health?
So first of all, the YMCA has been founded on the spirit, mind, and body. And so being that we're all coming off of this pre-COVID, post-COVID pandemic, just being out and socializing and activating your body and participating in physical activity is good for your mental health. But most importantly, being out and about and being around with friends and family and getting to know your community is super important.
That is super important. So we'll be out here all morning to activate our bodies, and hopefully later on you'll see me roller skating because that is how I feel good. So I'll throw it right back to you, David and Sarah.
Oh, I can't wait for the roller skating
Do you have
part.
your skates on now, Camellia?
No, I was scared to do it while we were doing the interview, but I'm about to go stretch first and
please.
warm up and then go on air with that.
Please.
Safety first.
Thank you.
That's going to be fun to watch her roller. I wonder if she has a key to her skates. I've got a
Brand new
pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key?
I've got a brand new pair.
That's it. See?
This is before my time. Sorry, guys. Just
I had
gonna
mentioned
say.
once again, Mike and I are here to teach the young people some history of music.
So in the newsroom, in between shows, I was asking Camellia about that. I go, "Are you going to sing the song I Got a Parent?" She goes, "I don't know that song."
Yeah, I'm there with. I don't know.
But you know, she was bragging to me how good she can skate.
We're going to find out.
Be careful, please.
Live TV, yes. Murphy's Law will prevail. So smart move on her part, not putting those skates on for a live interview. Anyway, this morning it is fairly nice. You saw, it looks fairly pleasant out there. Camellia, over there it's Ciclovía, 76 degrees right now. Dew point stands at 71, and a fair amount of humidity out there. Not the kind that sort of slaps you in the face like a wet towel. 94 for a high temperature today. So we are going to be close to 7 degrees above normal. The aquifer went up 1/10 of a foot, and the allergens, this is yesterday's count, haven't gotten the updated count yet, but everything is on the low side. Mold especially, because you don't have any moisture out there, hardly at all. Okay, equal time to the little kitty, and this is a gorgeous little kitty cat. Look at that one, and the caption, if you can read it, says Sadie is waiting for feel like fall here in San Antonio. It will feel more like fall come tomorrow throughout the day. Not necessarily blast of cold air. You'll still be comfortable on that pillow right there. Make sure you download or scan that QR code there, and that will help you download some pictures for KSAT Connect of your pet or of maybe beautiful weather like this. Lots of sunshine out there. A couple of clouds are hanging around. And throughout the day, we'll have a lot of sunshine this morning especially. Temperatures will make it through the upper 80s. We're already going to be up to 88 degrees at noon and then continue up from there in through the 90s. Like I said, about 6-7 degrees above normal with 20% chance for a stray shower or two. And that may be kind of a generous percentage on there. 1 or 2 of those are going to be popping up later on today, sort of like what we had around here yesterday. And that'll be the case into dinner time, early evening. Now, this computer model also wants to, as the front starts working its way through here, and this is one of the only ones that has a decent chance for a couple of stray showers in portions of the hill country, maybe a thunderstorm as that front moves on through. And that would be tomorrow morning right around commute time. And then those will be dying down as that drier air comes on in here throughout the course of the day. So here's what's going to be going on with the wind flow. We got the southeasterly flow around here. Humidity will drop down somewhat later on today, come back up, and then tomorrow morning after that front moves on through, that dry air continues to push on in here, and that's going to make for some beautiful, beautiful weather for the rest of the week. All right, here is Tropical Storm Ian, and again, it is forecast to become a hurricane and then really start to strengthen in this bathwater out here in the Western Caribbean up to a Category 3 storm as it reaches the tip of Cuba, and then move into the Gulf of Mexico as a Category 4. Now, with this forecast from the Hurricane Center, it will weaken slightly, but still a major storm at a Category 3, and then it's aiming for somewhere between Tampa and basically Panama City. Whether it stays at a Category 3 or continues to weaken a little bit, that's still kind of a wait to be seen type situation. So forecast for us, we are going to be up to 88 at noon, partly cloudy skies. Humidity will begin to drop somewhat, but still enough humidity around there, sort of like yesterday, with a couple of showers. I mean, just one or two of them. Count them on one hand, basically. And then tomorrow morning, there's that chance for a stray shower in the hill country as the front pushes on through. And winds will shift around to the north to northeast. Dry air is going to start to filter in. The speed of the dry air coming on in here is still a little bit iffy as of right now, but throughout the course of the day, humidity will drop down significantly. Low 60s, but then low 90s. So low temperatures below normal, high temperatures slightly above normal.
Okay.
Got it. 1971, it was released. It was called I've Got a Key. Melanie was a singer-songwriter. She did a lot of folk music, and I believe it went to #1.
I remember it.
There you go.
David was busy Googling during the weather forecast.
Find out. I knew the song, I just didn't know who did it, but so she had a really high voice.
I'll forgive you for not paying attention to the weather if you looked up. Now, can we sing a song?
No, I'm not singing that song.
Please don't.
It's like really, really high. Yeah.
Oh my God. Mike can sing it for us.
820, 75 degrees. Go ahead, Mike.
I can also do Frankie Valli too. So.
Oh wow.
Do you really? Yeah.
All right. That's another time, Mike. All right.
What about the Four Seasons? Did they back you up?
Okay, comic book fans are celebrating National Comic Book Day just ahead. How it all got started.
Let's check out some lottery numbers as we head to break. Pick 3, 3, 3, 3. And the, what is that, Fireball is 4. The Daily 4 is 6, 3, 9, 7. Fireball is 4.
Oh, Cash 5, 13. I was thinking about Frankie Valli now. Cash 5, 13, 17, 20, 21, 27. Oh my gosh, what am I dealing with this morning? Texas Lotto, 3, 17, 18, 19, 40, 49. And let's look at the Powerball. 3, 9, 21, 24, 29, Powerball 14, Power Play 2.
Late December, back in 63.
Yep.
Oh, what a night.
All right, here's some good news for those movie lovers out there. Santikos is bringing back their fall movie series, and each movie will only be $1.
Santikos Theaters will be showing 2 $1 movies starting this week through November 3rd.
So the first 2 movies of their fall movie series is Casper and Beetlejuice. The list of movies they will be showing are some fun Halloween movies.
Other showings will be part of Monster House and The Core Bride. Is that Core or Corpse?
Corpse. This is Corpse Bride, yeah.
I never heard that one. Yeah. Did you see that one?
Parts of it.
We'll go with a no. If you want to see a full list of the movies, you can visit our website at KSAT.com. Hey, comic book fans, unite! Today is National Comic Book Day, and it's a time to celebrate a genre that dates back into the 19th century.
Yeah, so starting in the 1930s with the publication of the famous funnies in the U.S., considered by many to be the first real comic book.
Then the arrival of Superman that sparked the so-called golden age of comics, soon followed by Batman, Captain America, The Flash, and many others.
And now many heroes that began on the pages of comic books, of course, they've made the jump to the mega popular movie and TV screen adaptation.
What still amazes me today is how much comic books are worth if they're still in pristine condition.
Yeah.
There's like a big market for
it. It is a whole nother world going through the value of those.
826, 75 degrees.
Oh no, we have a lot heading your way in the next half hour, including the latest on shortages. This one involving one of your favorite adult beverages.
Plus, time for ticking for the upcoming midterm election. Time is ticking for the upcoming midterm election. Just ahead, how one local group is helping people register to vote. And welcome back. It is 8:30. We are ready for the 20th annual Ciclovía event to take place. It's got a new route this year for bikers and walkers. Streets have been blocked off already along 3 downtown parks.
Camelia Juarez is live at Madison Square Park, where vendors are setting up. So Camelia, you got your skates on.
Yes. Look at me go. Look at all this space I have. So as you can see, the roads are already blocked off, and they're going to be, I'm not skating as much as I want because there are a couple cars here, so be careful, like still be mindful, but this is how we be active. Like these are the things, whoa, these are the things that we do to be active, to activate our body, and I can't wait for more people to come out. Right there is the police, they're getting ready. Behind us over there are the water vendors. So there's going to be lots of fun things to do, but like I said, there's still cars coming through, so I'm trying to be mindful of that, and I'm moving around a lot, but it feels good, and I can't wait to see more people out. There's going to be more people out here. Over here, there's some water stations, so be sure if you come out here to stay hydrated. These cars were not here earlier, so I'm going to toss it back to y'all because there's too many cars out here.
Yeah,
Sarah?
Be careful out there, Camelia.
She looks like she knows what she's doing on those skates.
Great job on the skates, but I hope they close down those streets soon for Ciclovía.
Now there's no more cars.
There you go.
Okay, please be safe.
She was like doing backwards and spinning.
I know.
On the 8 wheels.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Here's my thing.
Okay.
Wear a helmet. I don't care if you don't feel cool, always wear a helmet.
You are worried about her, aren't you?
I'm worried about everyone.
She looked like she knew what she was doing.
I know, but the cars are still out there. Okay.
Once again, it is now 8:32, so there's a little idea of what you can be doing out at Ciclovía if you want to get up and go down there and enjoy a lot of friends and family and neighbors down there just getting out and enjoying. What a beautiful day.
I love Ciclovía, and Mike, I hope that it's not too hot and humid for those that are heading out this morning.
I mean, it's this morning obviously a little bit better. This afternoon it's still going to be up in the mid-90s. We'll still have some humidity hanging around here. And hats off to Camelia, because how many times have you tried to, do something slightly athletic and talk on TV at the same time?
It's not easy.
You get kind of gassed out. So nice skating too. Anyway, right now we are at 76 degrees, and these numbers are up. Think back to last week. We were down in the upper 60s here in town, and even low 60s and upper 50s in parts of the hill country. The dew point, that top number there, is up to 71, so enough humidity to where you notice it, and you do a lot of skating. You are going to be sweating later on today. There's some of those numbers out there. Comfort at 67 degrees. 75 Castroville, 79 right now in Devine. That's definitely hot. And the humidity, it's present. It's not slap you in the face, but again, you're riding your bike, roller skating a little too much, and you'll definitely notice it. Mold, ragweed, pigweed are all on the low side, and partly cloudy, again, pleasant morning. And then it is going to be on the kind of the warm side, mid-90s out there. A shower or two. Heading down Ciclovía, I wouldn't really worry about it too much. Just a handful of showers here and there like what we had yesterday. Now, tomorrow, a front's going to move through in the morning right about this time or a little bit earlier here in town. The wind's going to shift around out of the northeast. That is going to pull down drier air throughout the course of the day. It is going to be breezy. It's going to be much more comfortable in the afternoon. And then rest of the week with that dry air in place, nice cool mornings back down into the low 60s. We haven't seen that here in town in a long time. Sunny but very warm afternoons. We're still going to be up in the low 90s. So low temperatures on the cool side of things, high temperatures on the hot side of things. Any rain to be squeezed out. Take a look at that coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Mike. Looking ahead, we're just 44 days away from Election Day, and organizations everywhere are pushing people to get registered to vote.
The deadline for registration is October 11th. So one of those groups is the NAACP San Antonio branch. They lead a multi-organizational effort to sign up new voters on Saturdays. The political action chair tells us they're putting an emphasis on getting more women registered.
thing, we want to register people to vote. We want to educate voters, and more than anything, we want to get people to the poll.
So far, we are seeing more female first-time voters. Now, according to records from the Bexar County Elections Department, from March 1st to September 23rd, and right now there's over 48,000 newly registered voters, including more than 24,000 of them are women. So 13,000 newly registered voters are between the ages of 18 and 20 years old.
Once again, the deadline to register to vote for the 2022 Texas midterms is October 11th. And here at KSAT, we want to hear from anyone if you are a first-time voter. Let us know on KSAT.com. There you can tell us about your experiences and what you're looking forward to. Just look for the story on our homepage.
EPA announced Saturday that it is creating a new Office of Environmental Justice. So the new initiative by the Environmental Protection Agency is intended to address disparities in air and water quality in low-income areas. The new office will oversee the $3 billion Climate and Environmental Justice Program created by the Inflation Reduction Act. The landmark bill marks the largest government program to address climate change in U.S. history.
First, there was a shortage of toilet paper, then computer chips, followed by baby formula, and now possibly beer. A shortage of aluminum cans and carbon dioxide could be the next supply chain issue to vex American consumers. Brewers also pointing to rising prices of malted barley and hops, as well as transportation that impact their bottom line. Industry experts say the variety and selection of beers could soon become more limited.
The automotive company brand Ford is unable to make deliveries of some of its best-selling vehicles. So the shortage of computer chips is one reason, but another supply chain problem, a little unexpected. So the automaker does not have enough of the blue oval Ford brand badges that go on the front of those vehicles. You're looking at that famous sign that's right there on your screen. So Ford has delayed deliveries of a number of vehicles because they are waiting for that blue oval badge to go on them. Supply chain issues like this one may account for some of the reasons why Ford stock is down by 41% in 2022. Now to a dangerous trend at schools across the country in the last 2 weeks.
More than a dozen states reporting hoax calls to 911 about school shooters. The FBI now getting involved. ABC's Philip LeBoeuf has more.
This morning, a troubling and terrifying trend across the country. Fake calls to police about active shooters in schools.
How the hell can you do this to kids? Like, what goes through your head that you target children?
It's called swatting because emergency responders, SWAT, and tactical teams rush to the schools, ready to engage. But there's no threat. Friday, the latest example, schools across Ohio in 7 cities getting the hoax calls. Students huddled under desks, parents waiting outside in agony. According to the National Association of School Resource Officers, in addition to Ohio, these 15 states have been targeted since September 13th.
That emotional cost of those 20 minutes when we thought there was really an active shooter. And so you have all that chaos and anxiety and fear on the part of students, teachers, parents, the community members.
In Texas, Houston's police chief with a warning last week after this response to a fake call at a high school there.
It's no joke. Whoever made this call, understand. When I say all our agencies, including the FBI, we're going to trace it down and we're going to hold them accountable, okay?
The Bureau telling ABC News the FBI takes swatting very seriously because it puts innocent people at risk. Going on to say the agency will investigate every threat.
And that was Phil LeBoeuf reporting.
It is now 8:38 and 70. Is that 76?
76 degrees.
Wow, already.
All right, one local woman turning her story of loss into a message of hope after the break, how she is using flowers to share healing.
Outside with Live Cam, once again, Ciclovía going on downtown this morning and into the early afternoon, about 2 o'clock. So grab your bike, your boots. Hey, if you can roller skate, go down there and roller skate with Camellia. She would love to.
Don't forget your helmet.
Oh, you're like a mother hen, always making sure people are safe. Healing through floral arrangements. It is how a San Antonio florist has been able to find peace after losing her 5-month-old son back in 2015.
I spoke with Jessica Craven, who recently opened her own flower shop called Craven's Touch, about her journey on healing and helping others.
If you don't have no hope, you have no peace. You just die in your grave.
It was a dark place that Jessica Craven realized she didn't want to be in anymore after her son Benjamin died in 2015 when he was just 5 months old. His unexpected death left Jessica hopeless until she realized she wanted to help other families who were also grieving the loss of their children. Jessica and her husband started the nonprofit Benjamin's Right Hand. They would show up to funerals to be there for families, hold memorial services, and eventually were funded by Kim Rapier's foundation to donate burial plots.
I would show up to the funeral, hand them pins, keepsake gifts, and I noticed that a lot of families that were in need didn't have money for flowers.
She met a florist named Josie Soto, who helped their nonprofit with funeral floral arrangements. Josie teaching Jessica during that time how to make arrangements.
As soon as she started teaching me, I wanted to know more. And I found joy in it. I found peace. It was like meditation for me, or just very peaceful.
Jessica realized she had not only found her passion, but healing as well, which led her to opening a flower and gift shop, Craven's Touch, this year.
Watching mothers bury their children over and over and over again, I've helped over 500 children. So it was time for me to find something that, brought me joy, peace, love, hope.
Taking her skills from Craven's Touch, she made and donated 21 angel wings to the Uvalde victim families through Benjamin's Right Hand. She wants other grieving families to know not to give up and that it is possible to find a way to heal, like she did through flowers.
The pain never goes away, but you learn to smile again. You learn to laugh again. You learn to move forward. For the people that you love here, you also learn to have hope.
And that nonprofit, Benjamin's Right Hand, they hope to be able to continue their mission and goal and provide burial plots and services for other grieving parents.
Let's check over with Mike Osterhage. Okay, a lot of questions are what it's going to be like for Ciclovía this afternoon, and then more questions on when's fall start.
Yeah, come on. When
fall officially started.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
last
but
Thursday.
when does it
When's it get here?
Yeah.
In other words. Well, we'll have a first little taste of it tomorrow morning. With that front moving on through, it is going to pull in some drier air, not necessarily that big, blast of cold air that we're always looking for, but at least this is going to then allow low temperatures in the mornings throughout most all of next week, except for tomorrow morning, to be nice and cool out there, but still going to be on the warm side in the afternoon. With low humidity, though, it'll be more comfortable than it will be today. Today's going to be a lot like yesterday with enough leftover humidity where if you are riding your bike around and some sunshine, it's going to be a little bit on the warm side. That sum it up. And a shower or two, but I wouldn't really worry about any sort of showers. We're at 76 right now. As you can see, got plenty of sunshine out there, and dew point stands at 71. So there's enough moisture, enough humidity, and 94 for a high temperature later on today. The aquifer did go up 1/10 of a foot in today's reading, and the allergens still haven't got an updated count, but I would venture, I guess, it's going to be pretty close to this. Mold, pigweed, ragweed, everything on the low side. All right, best way to cool off with that. Yes, with something. If you're not wearing it, you're not eating it right? It's not all over your face. I love that picture. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. You want to download some shots, just scan that QR code, and that will make it really easy to add some pictures of your pup, your kitty, or maybe a beautiful sunrise shot, something. And yeah, a lot of sunshine out there right now. We'll see a couple of more clouds hanging around here later on this afternoon. Temperatures will continue to go up in through the mid and upper 80s. Already we're going to be at 88 degrees today at noon. That's the normal high temperature. And then we top off, like I said, at 94. That 20% chance for a couple of showers here or there in toward late afternoon dinner time like we had yesterday. Most of us aren't going to see anything as far as any rain, then drop back down, finally back into the upper 80s by 8 o'clock tonight. And computer model again has one or two of those little showers popping up out there later on this afternoon. Not a big deal. This one has the majority of them in portions of the hill country, and that'll be about it. Now, there's also going to be a small chance of rain as we go into the overnight hours as the front starts to push its way on through here, and this particular model keeps things primarily in portions of the hill country. A couple of showers perhaps even a thunderstorm, and then those will die down quickly as that drier air moves on in here in the morning hours. So just watch out for one or two of those. We'll have some clouds hanging around here, and then those will continue to clear out. Dry air will continue to filter in throughout the course of the day. Kind of breezy conditions, and it's going to be really, really nice, very noticeable. And then especially, like I said, when you wake up Tuesday morning and the rest of the week, it'll be really actually light jacket, sweatshirt for the kids. Think about that for Tuesday through the rest of the week. So later on this afternoon, I don't think we drop down that much. I think this particular model kind of overdoes things. We'll stay in the low 60s for dew point temperatures. Then as the front moves on through here, it's tomorrow. Look at how these dew points then drop off down into the 40s and 30s. Dry air that we haven't seen around here in a long, long time. All right, here's the latest on Ian. There it is in the Caribbean, tropical storm right now. It will gain strength very quickly moving through the Western Caribbean, and then by Tuesday morning early, it's going to be a Category 3 storm as it moves across the tip of Cuba and then moving into the Gulf of Mexico, and then by Wednesday, actually a Category 4 storm. So really gaining a lot of strength. Hopefully weakening somewhat more before it makes landfall. So it'll drop down to Category 3, but it is going to be making land sometime late next week. It looks like mid to latter portion of next week over there in the Panhandle to the northwest coast of Florida, somewhere between Panama City and Tampa. 88 degrees, partly cloudy skies at noon today. Still enough humidity to where you're going to notice that 94, and that's good 6, almost 7 degrees above normal. A stray shower or two. I wouldn't worry about rain today, however. A couple of showers going to be possible tomorrow as that front moves through, especially in the hill country. And you'll notice the wind will shift around to the northeast. Dry air will come on through. It's not going to be instantaneous when the front moves through, but throughout the day, drier air and beautiful cool mornings. We'll just leave it at that. Cool mornings next week.
Okay, so for sure tomorrow morning, coffee on the porch. What happens?
Well, tomorrow morning early, it's still going to be somewhat humid as the front's moving through. Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning. Okay.
Yes.
That's my coffee on the porch day.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike.
Don't forget, 8:50, 77 degrees.
All right, we'll be right back.
Dave, good morning. We're here at Madison Square Park, which is the middle. We're at Madison Square Park, which is the middle of Ciclovía, and I want to give you all a look about how it looks right now. Vendors are just now starting to set up. We have Bird, we have Texas Organ Alliance, and we have some water stations. So if you forget your water, that's over there. And then also Lipton Tea and UT Health. So be sure, it starts at 10 o'clock. Roads are already shut down, and it'll be going on until 2 today. So get on out, be active, do your girly little thing. And for now, I'll send it back to you, David, Sarah.
Hats off to the photog out there trying to track her down as she's skating all over the place, so keep her in the shot there. 94. It's going to be warm and kind of humid for Ciclovía today. A shower or two is possible. I wouldn't really count on that, but yeah, just humid enough. Now, the front's going to move through tomorrow morning, and that's going to start to pull in. We'll see the wind shift around to the northeast. It will get drier throughout the course of the day. Humidity is going to go away, and Sarah's coffee on the porch will then commence on Tuesday morning down in the mid-60s, low 60s throughout the rest of the week. But still warm afternoons. We're still going to be, the lows are going to be on the cool side of normal. Highs are going to be about 3, 4, maybe 5 degrees above normal. But again, low humidity, so it's going to be a lot more comfortable out there.
Thank you, Mike. I got my coffee
Like
scheduled.
those numbers.
Hey, for those of you that are heading out to Ciclovía, there is a new route. It is happening on Main Street. Usually it takes place on Broadway or the south side, but I know Broadway has all this construction. So it's on Main Street near Ashby, near Alamo Colleges. We have all of the routes and the road closures you can expect. Just head to our website at KSAT.com.
And maybe you'll see Camellia out there and you can roller skate together. Because don't you pair up and do the spinning thing and all that kind of fun?
She's doing pretty good on her own, though.
You do that? You do that, David?
In my dreams.
Okay.
Don't you and your wife skate in pairs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, if you're heading out, also
40
don't
years
forget
ago.
to wear your helmet, please.
There you go. I'm busy
Hey,
watching her.
Mike, David, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
joining me this
Enjoyed
Sunday
it.
morning. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for putting up with us.
See you back
Someone
here tomorrow.
had to.